Hey guys, this is Izzy.
Wagwan, this is your girl Big Mich.
And it is just me and you again today.
All alone again today, girl.
How are you?
I mean, everything is normal over here. Everything is good. What's going on with you, Izzy?
Sick and tired of lockdown.
So we just recorded the episode with Sheffy. Shout out to Sheffy. Thank you so much for doing this with us. He was just so willing to do the episode with us, and I respect him 100%.
Yeah, we started Black People Time, but it wasn't even because we were late. It was because of the equipment.
The usual complications behind all of this.
For the listeners, for the artists, you must know, is it Long and McQuaid?
Long and McQuaid.
Yeah, all the artists out there, you know Long and McQuaid. We got some new equipment. We're excited. So we just had some little technical difficulties trying to set it up, but shout out to Long and McQuaid.
And it took a while.
Yeah.
It definitely took a while, but we pulled through as usual. So here we are again with our solo episode. So we're going to move straight into our trending topic. So we realize online dozens of Toronto small businesses in Toronto are opening doors in bold act of defiance of the lockdown. So I think this is very brave of them. I salute them for doing this, but I'm not too sure if it's a good idea to do it. I think the government is putting everything under control for a reason, and there are multiple resources out there for small businesses to have access to. There are different resources to help businesses during these times, such as Canada Emergency Business Account, and their aim is to help businesses to successfully relaunch when the economy reopens. So I would say take your time during these times. I wouldn't say to rebel. I mean, I'm not too sure if it's helpful, but they do have the resources.
Apparently, those funds aren't enough to support businesses in large cities. Rent is expensive. They have bills to pay. So those funds aren't really doing a lot. So far in Canada, 10,000 businesses have closed. So if those funds were helpful, why would the number be so high?
And they were closed since March, which is last year. Yeah. So it's almost a year.
For a year, yeah. So how helpful are those funds if you have so many businesses closing?
I think I mentioned this to you before. This is just an assumption out there. I didn't do deep research on this. But someone told me that they had a small business and they decided to apply for some form of help from the government. Now, when this person decided to help, apparently when this person decided to apply for some help from the government, they have noticed that the government is asking for 30% ownership. And I think I mentioned this to you before, Izzy. So if that assumption is true, I don't know if small businesses would be very happy about applying for these, because who said that they want to give up 30% of their businesses?
And it's not even about happy. Sometimes they can't even afford to give away a third of their company, right? They have other investors who they have to pay. So it's like sometimes they don't even have that ability to give away 30% of their company for a loan. So sadly, they just have to close. They're supposed to open their doors February 11th, but on Monday the 8th, there's supposed to be an announcement on whether or not lockdown is going to continue. But if the decision is to stay closed, then they're going to risk up to $10 million in fines.
Why would they risk so much money in fines?
Because that's the fine businesses can get if they defy lockdown, if they defy these orders. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if the Monday decision is to stay open, they won't be risking those fines.
I think that's so messed up. I even saw online that an Etobicoke restaurant owner opened his restaurant in defiance of the lockdown orders in November, and now he's facing 9 charges.
Yeah, I even think he's a part of this movement.
Why do you think they can't wait until the COVID numbers are reduced? Because I know that Dr. David Williams, who's Ontario's chief medical officer, said that the lockdown won't be lifted until cases drop below 1,000. So why is it that you think the small businesses can't just wait?
They can't, because they still have to pay rent.
And they're losing a lot of money too.
They're still paying. Money is still going out the door, but there's no money coming in. That's why they can't wait. And the sad part is, it's not even just waiting for COVID cases to go down. We have to wait for the vaccine.
And to be realistic, it's probably very unrealistic to survive that long.
So the number is gonna grow
for a long period of time. It probably is very difficult for them right now during these times.
Yeah,
so
the number is gonna grow from 10,000 businesses closed. Actually, there's a stat that said 1 in 5 Canadian businesses will be closed by the end of the situation, by the end of COVID. 1 in 5.
1 in 5, and that's a lot.
That is 20%. Yeah. So how do you think we can support these businesses that are closed?
How can we support these businesses? First of all, I would not tell them to defy against the government, because I feel like in the long run it would affect them a lot. But if we can support them through their online businesses, for example, or through their delivery access, say, for example, the businesses can do delivery to your door, that would be a good way of helping them, because you're giving them some form of money in order to get some kind of service. So that would be easier than to open up probably a location for persons to walk in, and then the government would have some kind of problems with that. So I would say take the route of doing things online with the businesses and see if that helps.
Even like
just
Uber,
to avoid the defiance of what's going on right now.
Even when you're like on Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats, like order from those small businesses. Don't order from McDonald's. They'll be fine. Order from the small businesses you see on Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes. You know,
online orders.
Yeah, hopefully they can stick it out. Hopefully this doesn't last much longer. And
everyone is doing everything online anyway, so might as well. Everyone is doing everything online.
Yeah, hopefully this goes away.
I hope so. But next to our next trending topic, Canada's Wonderland is going to be opening hopefully in April. So we can talk about the different rides at Canada's Wonderland, because I'm excited. I want to go to Canada's Wonderland. I think we've seen the Behemoth. That's one of the rides, right?
I don't like Wonderland.
Let me give y'all a story. I don't know if Izzy remember this, but a long time ago, we decided to go to Canada's Wonderland together, and we went on Behemoth. Was it Behemoth? It was one of those roller coaster rides, and you could tell Izzy just was not having it. When we went on the ride, the entire time I just remember saying, oh my God, Izzy, what are we gonna do? It's going up. You know that slow motion just going up before that big drop? I remember just going up and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did we do this? This is terrible. Izzy just wouldn't even look in my direction.
She wouldn't even look at me. She was over it. She was done. And then like, why? You wanted to go on Leviathan. That was like the newest ride that had that straight down drop. You still wanted to do that after. I was like, nope.
But what was strange to me, after the ride, you were quiet. You were so quiet. You were over it. You couldn't even bother with me after. I was like, how was the ride? You're like,
You know what's funny to me? Okay, so I've done skydiving. I've done bungee jumping. I think when I did bungee jumping,
You've done the most.
I think after I did bungee jumping, that did something to my insides.
Do tell though. What exactly happened to your insides?
I feel like, I don't know, I'm traumatized when I look at certain heights now, and even that ride, I just don't like it.
Why you don't like the ride?
I could handle roller coasters before, but after that experience, it was the worst experience of my life, and roller coasters just remind me of that. I don't like it. It feels like death. It feels like I'm gonna die.
Why would it feel like death?
So I don't care about Wonderland. I don't care for the food that much. I don't care for the funnel cakes. I don't care about
There
Wonderland.
was a phase in my life I literally would go to Canada's Wonderland just for the funnel cake.
No.
I would not go on the rides. Every single week, I would find myself at Canada's Wonderland just for their funnel cake and then leave. That's all I got. Just their funnel cake.
Are they that good?
It is.
You know what I prefer?
Really
I prefer
good.
the beaver tails. You know
what are the beaver tails?
It's like this like a cinnamony type of dessert, like a long flat thing, like brown sugar. You could put syrup on it. You could put apples on it.
Oh, I've seen those ones before. I've never tried it before.
I think I could have those over. I would have those over the funnel.
You know what looks really appealing at Canada's Wonderland that I've never tried before? Candy apples. Those look really appealing.
Are they like dipped in something?
It's dipped in candy, sugar, I think. Some colored sugar. Usually it's red, just
sweet.
like the apple. Ooh,
probably like no, that's too sweet.
I think it's caramel too. That's one thing I would definitely try at Canada's Wonderland the next time I go.
That's too sweet.
You know what ride actually that I will never forget? So it's called the Windseeker. I think it's called no. It's called Riptide Ride. So I remember the first time I actually went to Canada's Wonderland and how that ride is set up. Hopefully there's a clip. So you usually get on the seat. There's multiple seats. There's a front row and a back row. And then it goes up slowly and then it just drops and starts spinning.
No.
I remember when I first saw the ride. When I first saw the ride, I was like, yo, I have to try this. This looks so dope. When I got onto the ride, who told me to do it? Apparently, there's some water sprinklers that actually shoots up water while the ride is moving. And it wet up my hair. And I'm like, you can't wet up black people's hair. Like, you know how that goes.
See, anything with a drop, I'm not doing. I could do the one that like you stand up, you don't even have to hold on because the force keeps you like in.
Yeah.
You just go, you stand up, you hold on to the bars and it spins.
I know that one.
I can do that ride.
Safe. That one is a safe ride.
That ride I can handle.
I need a little bit of adrenaline rush in me whenever I go on a ride.
Anything with drops, I'm not doing. I will hold your backpack while you go on the ride. I'm not coming on. So when are they supposed to open? May?
April. They should be opening in April.
How the hell are they opening during COVID?
I have no idea. Oh, so they're actually reopening in May. So you're correct. They're reopening in May, not April. So let's correct ourselves there. So the reopening of Canada's Wonderland is May.
There's no way they can open up during COVID.
If they're opening up Canada's Wonderland, they better open up the clubs, the bars, any kind of fun event that's in Toronto. They better open that up.
You know what? That's a slap in the face if they open Wonderland but keep the small businesses closed.
That's a huge slap.
That is a slap in the face.
That's way too much. But I think they want everyone to have fun too. So they're opening up the fun events and the fun places to go. But it is a slap in the face.
No.
I wouldn't consider it.
No.
That is.
Canada's Wonderland, that seems like a super spreader. That would be, because are they really wiping down
the rides?
And COVID spreads from like your spit. So when you're on the ride and you're screaming on top of your lungs and the air is just going everywhere, and then so you're on a roller coaster, right? I scream, my spit goes everywhere. Then the next person who's behind us on the ride is going through that.
Spitting on you too.
Everyone's going through the same spit mist. We're all gonna get COVID. Do not open Canada's Wonderland.
Please do not. I'm looking forward to it. I really want my funnel cake, but take some time.
I feel like you're gonna be there in a hoodie because you don't want no one to see you.
Listen, if you know Big Mich loves to take risks. I love it. It's a big thing to me. If they're open on May 1st, I am there first in line. May 1st. That's just me. But it is a slap in the face. Yeah. I would encourage small businesses to be open first, then Canada's Wonderland, just to make sure they're good first. But we're leading on to our next segment, if we're linking. And my first question is, your man, so I saw it online actually, and the quote says, your man lets you dress like that? And the man says, dress slutty, I can fight. So my question to you is, do you feel like women should tone down the way how they dress just to keep up that good lady image?
What? Listen, when I dress, I don't care about men. When I dress, I'm dressing. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, okay, I look good. How many times do we get dressed? We look good. And we don't even care if people talk to us at the club. Like, we can go to the club and turn down every single guy who talks to us because we're not going for guys. Like, when we dress, man, it's not for you. Like,
I don't know why men always think females dress that way just to attract them.
So
I mean,
if your girlfriend,
but it's not just for the men.
So if your girlfriend dresses a certain way, it's not because she wants somebody else. It's because she wants to feel good. So like, I hate when men are all insecure, like, oh, why are you wearing that? You know, like, you're with me. It has nothing to do with other men. It has nothing to do with you. She feels good. And then I guarantee you, men have an issue with the way a girl dresses when they're dating, but that's how they met her.
Good point.
They will meet the girl dressing a certain way, and then they want to change her. They get her and they're like, okay, now I don't want you to dress like that anymore.
Men don't need to validate something for you.
Men just need to leave us alone. Mind your business. If you want to wear something, it's not your business.
But some guys, I feel like, so say for example, you're in a relationship, because I've seen it before. So say for example, you're showing your ass, you're showing your tits, you're showing everything, right? And then you're in a relationship now, and the guy's like, yo, cover it up. That's all mine. They try to make it cute too. Yo, that's mine, babe.
Okay, then
that's mine. Don't show too much.
If you know it's yours and you trust me, then know that it's yours, and don't think that just because what I'm wearing means I'm gonna drift off to find somebody else. Like, if you trust, I feel like if they say, you know, that's all mine, cover up, they low key don't trust you.
Why do you think so?
They feel like a man's gonna come talk to you and you're gonna entertain
it. You feel like they don't trust you, or they don't trust the men out there that's looking at you?
If they trust you, they shouldn't worry about the other men.
So do you think they're telling you to cover up because they don't trust you?
Low key, they don't trust you.
Why do you think they don't trust you?
They think you're gonna entertain the men.
But why would you entertain the men by showing off what you have?
They think, because there's men out there who think, you know, if you're with me, why do you need to look sexy out there? They're thinking you're looking sexy to attract other men.
Men, don't you want men to look at that woman and be like, yo, that's
some men
mine.
don't want that. Some men don't
like,
want.
Look at that.
I know a lot of men who want their women locked up indoors,
Wear
all covered up, turtleneck, hat, not sweatpants. Let's say snow pants. Just not showing anything. Showing your wrist is too much.
Showing your wrist is too much.
Some men just want to change a woman, and that's not cool.
But why do men want to change a woman? Especially in your case, like what you've mentioned before, if you met her that way, why do you feel like you have to change her?
They're insecure. Yes.
Interesting. So you think the man is insecure? Yes. That's why they're telling you to cover up.
Okay, it's like this. It's like, let's say you're dating a rapper.
Okay.
And he posts whatever, he does his music videos, whatever.
Okay.
You met him that way. Now all of a sudden, oh, don't post that. No woman allowed in your music videos. Why do you want to change it?
Okay, that's
because
too much.
That's insecurity.
That's too much.
You feel like him having girls in his music video is threatening your relationship. It's insecurity. Men who want to change their woman feel like when their woman goes out and dresses a certain way, it threatens them because they feel like their woman is going to entertain other men.
Or do you think that the men know that you are attractive, so they tell you to cover up in order for those men to not be attracted
there's
to you?
Men out there who their girl is stunning and they're so confident in their woman. Like I see so many men who post like, listen, if you can even like attract my woman, kudos to you. Basically saying like, my woman is never gonna pay you no mind.
But man, this is what you need to understand about women. It's not their body or what they're showing that's gonna be an issue. It's the woman that you should have an issue with. There are women out there who will show their ass cheeks and their tits for days, but at the end of the day, you can never convince that woman to step out of her relationship. Exactly. And I've seen that. Period. She can step out with her ass cheeks out and the man is approaching her. She's looking the other way. She's not even looking at that man. Mm-hmm. So men need to understand dressing slutty doesn't do anything. Of course, a woman is going to feel nice and feel sexy. Of course, a woman should always feel sexy. But at the end of the day, it's up to the woman if she wants to entertain the man. A woman can cover up her ass cheeks and still entertain a man. You know, like men are too much sometimes. So man, one thing I would say is do not tell a woman to cover up. If she wants to show her ass cheeks and her tits, best believe she's feeling herself, and you should feel good that your woman is feeling herself. If she wants
to cheat on you,
she will do it.
She will go cheat on you in her sweatpants, sweater.
Do it.
She will find her way.
You cannot stop her.
You can't tell. Yeah, there's guys will be like, oh, delete all your pictures. A girl will be like, okay, delete all the pictures. But guess what?
Find another route to do what she has to do.
The burner Instagram account.
I'm not saying that all women do this. I'm not saying every woman does this, but I'm just saying, we know how the streets are out here. We know how they do their thing out here. So we're just warning the men. But dressing a certain way has nothing to do with a woman's image. It's all about the woman at the end of the day. And I encourage women to dress sexy. Mm-hmm. I encourage them. As a matter of fact, I think that's why women boost each other so much too. Yeah. When you see them dress a certain way, you're like, yes, girl, get it. Because, they're feeling themselves.
Yes. And then like, why wouldn't you want your woman to feel sexy about herself? Because when your woman is confident, you know what happens. When you two are alone.
I mean, we don't have to say much. We don't have to say more. We know. We know what happens.
So yeah, encourage your woman to feel sexy about herself. Be confident. If you can't handle dating a woman who shows her body, don't date her. Leave her alone.
Do not date her.
But don't try to change her. That is
do not
cool.
change her. And if you met a woman a certain way,
let her stay that way.
And not exactly how she dresses, just her whole demeanor and her whole personality. If you met her that way, that's her. Mm-hmm. You can't change her.
And if you want to change her, then you're not in love with her. I don't know why you're dating the girl. I don't know why you're dating the girl and you don't like her.
Exactly.
Clearly you don't like her if you don't like the way she is.
Exactly. So on to our next question. As a boyfriend or girlfriend, you shouldn't be talking to nobody that liked you, had you, likes you, or used to like you. That's law, and some of you just don't get it. How do you feel about that, Izzy?
I agree with that.
Why do you agree with that?
Out of respect, why are you talking to someone you have history with?
So someone who used to like you or had you or that liked
especially
you.
if it doesn't make your partner feel comfortable, why are you with them? Like, why are you entertaining certain people who your partner is?
So do you believe that every guy that ever liked you would entertain you while you're in a relationship?
Of course.
Do tell, elaborate.
What do you mean?
Elaborate.
I feel like guys always try to keep their foot in the door. As in, no matter the situation, no matter if you're single, no matter if they're single, whatever, they'd like to keep their foot in the door. So if they want to have that chance in the future, they're gonna try push that door open.
So this is the thing with me and men, right? I believe in having male friends. Everyone knows this. I believe in having a solid male friend. There's nothing wrong with having male friends in your life. You see, if there's that day you tell me that you like me, then I'm gonna have to side eye you. Now we're in a different bracket. Now we're gonna have to put you in a different lane. Because if I'm in a relationship, obviously I'm gonna respect my man and I'm holding it down for my man. So if you feel like you can interrupt that, then we have issues. So you're gonna have to be put into a different lane. You're no longer a friend, and now you're trying to disrespect something. But I don't believe that all men probably want to disrespect.
Would you want your
situation.
boyfriend talking to his ex?
Talking to his ex?
Like laughing giggly with his ex?
Okay, look. You caught me. Good question. Okay. No.
Exactly. So if you wouldn't like that, why are you doing that to somebody?
No. So this is the thing.
Let's hear you try to justify this.
You know, Izzy caught me in a corner. You know why? Because I believe that persons can be cool with their exes. I think they could be cool with them. They can be cordial. They could be cordial, but not BFFs, obviously. But I think you can be cordial with your exes. But no, I don't think it's a good idea to have your ex around and then you're in a relationship. That's not a good idea. But, I don't believe in cutting off people previously in your life just for a one man and then that guy probably leaving you. So let me explain what I'm saying. So say, for example, I'm just putting an example out there. I'm not saying that this is the typical scenario situation, but say, for example, you and an ex broke up, but you and your ex are cool. Hi and bye. Yo, you're good. Like, what's good? Yeah, I'm good. You know, keep it pushing. But you're in a good relationship and it's healthy. And say, for example, 2 to 3 years down the road, he probably said, yo, I'm not cool with that ex. You better cut that off. But you guys don't hold a heavy conversation all the time. It's more of, hey, you're good, and keep it pushing. Now, say, for example, you and your boyfriend break up. And this ex did nothing to you. Now you cut off an ex. Now you probably cut off, you know, some good friends in the process just because you were trying to please that one man to hold down your relationship. So what I would say in conclusion, respect your relationship privately. I don't think that everything needs to be said in a relationship. And I can tell you straight up, guys don't tell you everything that's going on in their life. I promise you, there are girls in their radar that are waiting for your man, but they're not telling you because they feel like it will interrupt something in your relationship. And to be honest, it can. What if your man came to you right now and said, yo, you know what? Becky really likes me, you know, but don't worry, I'm going to cut her off. You're going to be like, who's Becky?
He better not even tell me he's talking to his ex.
Exactly.
Just like I wouldn't talk to my ex either.
I wouldn't talk to my ex either. I wouldn't talk to my ex either. No, but I'm the type of, to be honest with you, okay, let me be honest. The type of woman I am, I know myself so well to the degree where if you're my ex, you're my ex.
Yeah, that's you. Period. But I just know.
You're not going beyond ex. You're staying in that ex lane.
I don't even want my ex thinking they have access to me at all.
But a lot of people don't have that kind of, what do you call it, self-control. A lot of people don't have it.
It's not about self-control. I know I can control myself, but I don't want my ex feeling he has. Honestly, I'm not even good. I'm not good with any of my exes. So
I'm cool with one of my exes. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm cool with one of my exes.
Cool with any. Once you're my ex. Yeah, no.
Why do people hate their exes so much? Let's have that conversation. Why do you think people hate their exes so much?
Because you just go through so much shit with them. You're just over it.
But it's not always toxic.
Mine have been.
Exes were toxic.
You had a good ex?
A good ex? One of them was good. We just grew apart. I never
just grew apart from someone. All of my exes.
And I don't believe in malice as well. So
Not malice. I just don't care for you in my life.
If you know the old Big Mish, you know Big Mish was the malice queen. Anyone who knew the old Big Mish knew the old Big Mish will malice every and anyone and really malice you. But as I get older, it's not even worth it. Like, it's whatever. If you want to reach out to me, I'll reach out to you. There's no hard feelings. I respect everyone in my life. And for my exes, I have no problem with any of them. Even the ones who have a problem with me, probably. I don't have a problem with them. If they want to reach, not that I'm giving you an invitation to come into my DMs, but if you don't have a problem with me and you reach out to me, I'm going to say, hey, what's up? Like, are you good? How's your life? Hopefully there are good things going on. That's the type of person I am. So.
No, you're getting blocked. If you reach out to me randomly, I'm like, why are you messaging me? Block.
So you really have a resentment for your exes?
Not resent. I just don't care for you. Don't message me.
Damn.
Don't message me.
Damn. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. So, who are you listening to right now, Izzy?
I am listening to Roni, Seen It All Part 2. You know I love Roni. I love his versatility. I was listening to Trapstar for the longest time, and now I have another song that is on repeat, which is Seen It All Part 2. I love Roni.
That is dope.
As an artist.
That is dope. And I'm listening to Heartless G, and his song is called Forgot. So I have that song right now.
Heartless G he's been in the rap game for
a while.
We
see you, Heartless G.
Long time. And the fact that he is still keeping up with it, he's still putting out work. His fans are still always requesting his work. Like he keeps in touch with his fan base. Like,
keep up with the consistency, Heartless G. Yeah. Keep up with it. You're doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the games.
Okay. So the game today, I'm excited. Big Mish is usually the one who has the game, but today I have all the questions for her. It is called Never Have I Ever.
Oh my goodness.
So how are we gonna do this?
Because usually, if you guys play games with me in real life, I always play this game. Because
Never Have I Ever is what's supposed to be a drinking game, but we don't have.
No, we're not drinking.
So we're just gonna have to do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Never have I ever skipped school or work.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. I've definitely skipped school before. Okay. I've done that. That was a phase in my life. I was
a phase? Classes. You're skipping like every day?
No, not every day. But in high school, I would say around 9th to 10th grade. So we had a group called the Pink Group. Shout out to the Pink Group.
You know what? I've seen that picture.
Yes, I'm still cool with majority of them. So shout out to you guys. Whoever knows me, I keep my friends for a very long period of time. 10 plus years I've had them around, so big shout out to you guys.
I know the Pink Group. I've seen the picture.
Yes, up to this day. As a matter of fact,
the only reason I was not in the Pink Group was because
she wasn't living in Jamaica.
Yeah, but if I was there, best believe I would have been in the Pink Group.
Yes, she would have. As a matter of fact, the girl that actually reached out to me and told me to reach out to Izzy, she was in the Pink Group as well. So shout out to you too.
Yeah,
girl.
That's where I saw the picture. I was like, is that Big Me?
Yes. So yes, there was a phase in our life, and they know if they're listening. We used to skip class. We used to put on lip gloss all the time. I used to, listen, you can tell right now I have on lip gloss. Went for my sweet 16, they got me a birthday cake, and it was a life-size lip gloss. That's how much I was obsessed with the lip gloss. And we used to sell them. We used to wear them all the time. We used to go in the bathroom, wash our faces, rebel, leave class. Every time, there was I don't want to get too much. There was a point in my life I went to the principal's office too. And to show you that I had a reputation when I went to the office, my best friend at the time, shout out to her too. My best friend at the time, she had my back for anything. So we got in something big, and then I went to the office, and the principal was like, "Oh, Big Mish, you're in the office, so you're gonna have to call your parents or some kind of adult to kind of, talk about all of this." So I decided to call my sister.
So as your parent.
Because I couldn't call my mom at the time. And my sister was cool people. But my sister had a reputation at that high school too. So when she walked into the office, the principal was like, "Oh, Big Mi's sister." No wonder you're in the office.
So they didn't know who your sister was?
They didn't know until she walked into the office. They said her name and everything.
Wow.
They just sat there like, "Oh, this makes sense." But yeah, I had a phase. But thankfully, I went through the system. I passed. I went to York University, studied, finished, got everything done. So I have my degree and we're going. But everyone has their little story in high school. Cool. If you don't have a high school story, then I don't know.
Ready for the next one? Have you ever? No, sorry. Never have I ever cheated on someone.
I've never cheated.
Oh, I'm not a cheater. It took a while to answer that one. Still, you took a while.
Big Mish is not a cheater. I do not cheat. I'd rather leave than to cheat. I tell people all the time I'm disgustingly loyal. Okay. It is sad how loyal I am. If I'm in a relationship, I'm with you. If you see men around me, I'm not even looking that way. Like, I'm with my man. I mean, if my exes know, they'll tell you.
Yeah, you're loyal. You're pretty loyal.
I'm too loyal. Yeah, I'm way too loyal.
Never have I ever rode a motorcycle.
I have rode a motorcycle.
You're a wild. What? Really?
I have.
I've never ridden a motorcycle ever. Cool.
Yes.
You're a biker girl.
I have with the Lebanese guy. I remember that.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I remember.
Never have I ever used a fake ID.
No, I've never used a fake ID.
Oh, okay.
Never. Everything is legal on my side.
Okay.
Yes.
Never have I ever snooped through someone's stuff.
I have to think about that. I've never snooped through a guy's stuff before.
Whose stuff are you snooping through my stuff?
No. Oh, actually, I have. And the reason why is because I felt like that guy was too good to be true. Now, let me give you guys a story.
So you snooped?
I did. And let me be real with you guys. I don't usually snoop. Snooping is not my thing. As a matter of fact, I feel like if you reach the snooping stage, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, just call it a day. Just get out. But the only reason why I snoop is because I felt like he was too good to be true.
Was he too good to be true?
He was not. So I was with the guy for 1.5 years. And I was saying to myself, he's way too good to be true. He has a great job. He owns a home. He owns a car. Like, he's so good to me. What is he doing wrong? There's something. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to find something. I don't know why, but I just felt like there was some kind of finesse to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. So I decided to go through his iPad. There was nothing there. I decided he had 2 cell phones at the time, and I decided to go through one of them. He had a work phone, and then he had a personal phone. I decided to go through the personal phone. There was nothing in there. So I went to the degree of showing up at his house randomly. Now, bear in mind, this guy gave me access to his house. So I went to the club with one of my girlfriends at the time. And to show you how loyal Big Mish is, I went to the club with my girlfriends and I went straight to his house after. But that was like 3 a.m. in the morning. He didn't even know I was going to show up. So I was hoping I would catch him doing something. So I was bracing myself.
Why were you looking for something?
You know what? Because it was too good to be true in my eyes. You know
it's
what?
It's almost like you wanted him to be a bad person.
But this is the thing. I came out of something toxic. That's the thing. And then I ended up being in something so good. So it was kind of like a drastic change for me. You know what I mean?
I'm not even going to laugh. I've snooped.
Yeah. So because of that big drastic change, I'm like, there has to be something to it. So I went to his house 3 a.m., knocked on his door, and I'm like, who's in here? Who's in here? He had to sit me down one day and he had to say, Big Mish, listen, I'm not doing anything. Relax. There's nothing going on. You know, if you want to talk, let's talk about it. I respected him 100% for being a man and having that talk with me. So, yeah, he was a good guy. I never caught anything. I would never swear and say he never cheated, but very high chances he didn't. So, good for him.
Next one.
Him, yeah.
Never have I ever been the alibi for a lying friend.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Like, a lying friend said, oh, I'm with Big Mish, and you covered for them.
Look, let me tell you something. If any of my friends have a boyfriend, do not call my phone. Don't even think about calling my phone, because I'm going to lie through my teeth for my friends, period. I'm lying. I'm lying all the way for it too. Mm-hmm. If they ask, is she around you? Yeah. What time did she show up? 9 a.m. Oh, but she told me 1 p.m. You know what? I forgot though. She did say 1 p.m. Yeah, it is 1 p.m. still. She is here. I'm gonna lie through my teeth. I'm holding it down for my girlfriends, period. And can I tell you something? The men will hold it down for their guys as well.
They will.
So I mean, I don't feel guilty.
Wait, yeah. No, wow.
If any of my girls call me right now and say, hold it down,
you're honestly really loyal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Loyal. I'm really gonna do it.
Yeah, you are one of the most loyal people I've ever met.
I think one thing I told you too, I think I said to you, Izzy, do not make me meet one of your guy friends and let me get close to them because
Because they're gonna,
because I'm not gonna be loyal to them.
Yeah, you said I'm not their friend.
I'm not their
friend.
Exactly. So that's how I work.
Have I ever said I love you but never meant it?
I did. But there's a
not even gonna ask
wow,
why.
I'm on the spot right now. So there's a difference with the love with me. I'm giving away my secrets. When I hit you with the LUV, I didn't love you.
Oh, so you said LUV, not LOVE.
If I hit you with the LOVE, then I did love you.
So what you said was LUV.
LUV. But they think it's really
no,
the
they get
love.
by. What's LUV? What is that? That's nothing.
But they think it's real.
No. That's smart.
I feel so bad.
That's smart. That's really smart.
I tried to love you, okay? But at the time, I didn't have it in me to love you. Whoever got the LUV. I'm sorry. But I have loved before. So if I've given you the LOVE, I genuinely loved you.
You're a guy.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
You're just like a guy.
I get that all the time.
Okay.
I move like a youth.
Never have I ever cried or flirted my way out of a ticket.
Out of a ticket?
Yeah.
I flirted out of a ticket before.
Who are you? Who are you?
Okay, now let me tell you something about Jamaica, right? I don't want to give that bad image to it, but whenever you get stopped by the police, majority of the time, you can get away with a ticket by paying them off or flirting if you're a woman. There was a time I was in the car with a guy and he was speeding. To be honest with you, he deserved that ticket. He was going really fast. Even me, like, I felt the adrenaline at the time.
And you're a fast driver.
And I'm a fast driver. I'm really fast on the road. So if I'm saying he was fast, he was going really fast. When the police stopped him, he said to me, yo, just try and flirt with this guy, because he walked away from the car and he's like,
oh, he told you to?
Yeah, he said, go ahead and flirt with this guy. I said, all right, don't worry, I got you. So when the police came back, I started flirting. I started to give him one to talk. We exchanged numbers. He even texted me after, but he got away. He didn't get the ticket. So yeah, okay. I definitely did that. I flirted.
And the last one, never have I ever Googled someone before a date. Googled someone before a date.
I did.
Okay. Did you like the Google results? Okay. Did you still go on the date? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, I did. Because I don't want to give too much information on it.
So you didn't.
It's very specific.
Okay.
If I start giving the information,
don't give it away.
To be very general. One time I Googled a guy. I don't usually Google guys because, to be honest with you, I prefer low-key men. Guys who are not in the scene and people don't really know them. Love those kind of men. And I like guys with ambition too. So those are the guys that I usually go for. But there was this one guy who was interested in me and I knew that I could find him on Google. So I looked on Google and it was cool. It was cool what I found.
You still went on the date.
I still
okay, it wasn't bad.
I still met up with him.
Nice.
Yeah. Big Mich is too honest on this.
You were pretty honest.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, that is all for today. Make sure you tune in to our next episode.
Link 6 listeners, you have to tune in to our next episode. Thank you for linking up with us, everyone.